Good morning, happy birthday, welcome to the first day of the rest of your life. Isn't it wonderful to be alive? Because it is your welcome to the first day of the rest of your life, because every day is your birthday if you choose to celebrate life every day. And why wouldn't you want to celebrate life today? What a phenomenal time to be alive, as my friend Nick James would say. Anyone who was watching yesterday will just get why I did that bit there. Anyway, thanks Nick for Monday, by the way. Had a really good time and learned a lot of stuff. Obviously couldn't invest, but yeah, maybe one day when I've got enough money coming in, we can talk about that. Anyway, happy birthday to you. Oh, meditation, that's what we're going to talk about today. Yes, everybody says meditation is difficult, and it's not difficult. I'm going to teach you how to do the meditation thing. I'm also going to talk about mindfulness within the context of this conversation. I'm hopefully going to do it in less than 10 minutes. I've got a timer on the clock there, it says 8 minutes left already. But I do want to say happy birthday, and we're going to do a little minute. Oh, well, no, I'll show you the surprise in a minute. Okay, so we're going to wish happy birthday to my cousin Amanda's husband Nick, whose birthday it was yesterday, which I've missed out. My brother's girlfriend Carolina, whose birthday it is today. Good morning. And happy birthday to Daisy, Zeky, how do you probably pronounce that, Zeky? Annette, Andrew Chaplin, Neil Martin, Paul Maddock, Lama, and Neil Richards, who I went to school with, right? Richard, Neil? That's right, isn't it? There's you. Yes, I think so. Lama, lovely to see you. I just saw a quick glimpse of you and your little family, your two little babies. Fantastic. I went on a date with Lama. Gosh, how long ago was that now, Lama? It was a long time ago, wasn't it? Anyway, nice to see you all happy with your little family and everything. It's fantastic. We enjoyed it. I think we met in Bath, didn't we? Can't remember. Anyway, hope you're well and all that kind of stuff. Right, we start off by wishing those people a happy birthday, and yourself a happy birthday, and everybody else in the world in the greatest circumstances, happy birthday with that little breathing exercise. So breathe out one candle, blow out your one candle, and think about the one thing you want to get done in the next 24 hours or the next hour if you're doing this every hour. Breathe in 5 through your nose. Put the light in your hand on your heart. Hold for 5 while you light your candles on your left hand, and then blow out the candles on the cake. There you go. And wish happy birthday to all those people. Actually, I did a little exercise, which is kind of a mini meditation in its own right. However, that little breathing exercise there is a mini meditation, because what you're doing is you're taking the focus away from your thoughts in your head. You're focusing on your finger. You're focusing on the one thing you want to get done today. You're taking your brain power onto the thinker. You're breathing it out, and then you're breathing in through your nose. You're paying attention to the breathing in, the 5 over here, and you're putting the hand on your heart. So you're taking your thoughts away from the air onto your heart, and then you're lighting the candles on this cake while you're holding the breath. So your whole brain is occupied with this activity that you're doing right now, and then you're blowing out the candles on your cake. Good morning, Jade. Actually, probably good evening for you, Jade, isn't it, in Australia? Thanks for watching. So that's kind of like a mini meditation, isn't it? Well, it depends how you look at it. This is also mindfulness. So Jade's been on one of my mindfulness walks. So this is actually more of a mindfulness activity, because this is an activity that you're doing mindfully. So you're focusing on this one thing and not allowing your mind to wander onto anything else. You're focusing on this one thing. You're focusing on your finger, you're focusing on your hand, you're focusing on your heart, focusing on this hand, you're focusing on your breathing, you're focusing on the breath, you're focusing on the people, you're focusing outside of yourself and on the activity that you're doing. So it's a little bit of a mindfulness exercise. Now you can do mindfulness exercise while you're gardening, for example. You're just focusing on the gardening, and sometimes you can let your mind wander. It's absolutely okay. But basically what you're doing is you're focusing on the one thing that you're doing, so you're not consumed with what you've got to do in the future or what you've done in the past. That's what you're trying to avoid. You're trying to avoid thinking about all these things I need to do in the future or all these things I've done in the past that I wish I hadn't done. You're just focusing on the one activity that you're doing right now. And you can turn that into anything you're doing. So I do a mindfulness exercise while I'm washing my teeth every morning. So I wash my teeth and I just pay attention. I'm doing the left hand side, I'm doing the right hand side, I'm doing the outside of here, doing the front of the front top, back of the front top, inside of the front, inside, then the down, bottom of the left, bottom on the right, bottom on the outside, bottom on the inside, bottom front teeth, bottom front teeth, and then tongue. And then do a tongue. Scrub your tongue. Makes your breath smell much better. And you don't get all that the white yellow stuff. You get a nice pink tongue if you wash your teeth nicely. Good tip there for everybody. And also, so that's a little mindfulness exercise. I do a little mindfulness exercise when I'm drying myself after my shower, for example. But this is also a gratitude exercise. I build these things into my little habits. This is what I teach on my courses. So my 7-day challenge, this all comes into this stuff. And on the 12-week program, which is now, I'm looking at now doing maybe an 8-week program with a 1 month, so two-month program, 1 month support, and then 3 months extra support. So it's a sort of 6-month program to get people off antidepressants if they want to get off antidepressants. That's the choice. That's the choice. So if you've had a lovely life, and then you've had something happen in your life and it's all gone downhill and you're struggling with depression and the doctors put you on antidepressants, but you want to go back to the fun stuff you used to do in the past, I can teach you how to do that. And part of that is meditation. So here's meditation. Meditation is basically just taking control of the thoughts in your head. So most of us, and this is also really helpful to help you sleep. So we talked about sleep yesterday. So it also really helps you to do sleeping in the evenings, because if you practice meditation during the day, you'll learn how to turn off all that chatter inside your head during the day. So it's a little bit like going to the gym. So you go to the gym, you work out, and then you're strong to take on the world later on. So for example, you go practicing running, and then if you were ever chased by a lion, you'd be fit, be able to run. But if you didn't do the exercise in advance, and then you got chased, then you wouldn't be able to run, or chased by a zombie, for example. Yeah, sorry. I think a whole different joke I was going to go there, but not going to go there. So yeah, so you're training your mind to control the thoughts inside your head and the negativity inside your head. And there's many ways you can do this. So transcendental meditation, you do this om, kind of repetition of some sort of vocal thing to avoid your thing. The one that I learnt on my 10-day silent meditation retreat, which is Vipassana, I think it's called, meditation, which basically is a breathing exercise, which is one that I'd actually already learned previously, so it was kind of just nice to sort of do the same thing again. And it's really super simple. So we're going to go through that right now and teach you how meditation can be really simple, and you can do it in literally 2 or 3 minutes. So if you're sitting there waiting for a bus, or you're waiting for a meeting, you can do a little meditation exercise while you're sitting there. So 2 or 3 minutes, and you can do meditation in 2 or 3 minutes while you're waiting. Just a little practice, a little mini practice, and you can just fit it into any part of your day when you've got sort of up to 5 minutes of spare time. Now obviously you can schedule in 20 minutes, half an hour and so forth to do this, but so here's the basic technique. Get your body prepared for the idea of it, and the way I do this is just by doing what I call a body scan. So I start at my feet. I recognize, this is kind of mindfulness as well, so I recognize the feeling in my feet. Just think about your feet, because you're probably not thinking about your feet. If I asked you to think about your left foot now, you probably weren't thinking about it before, but now you're going, oh yes, okay, it's in the shoe, I can feel it now, paying attention to it. Do the same thing through the right foot. Come up through your legs, through your calves, your knees, your thighs, your buttocks. And I usually go up my back, feel up my back, up to the shoulders, and then come down my chest to my belly and to my pelvic region, and then I go back up through my hands. So then I say my hands, through my hands, my forearms, up to my shoulders, and then back down, and then up to my shoulders, that's right, yeah. And then I go back up to my head, so I go up through the back of my spine, to the top of my head, to my eyes, around my eyes, to my mouth, and then to my nose. Then because I'm going into breathing, I'm focused on my breathing. So that's what I've done. That whole thing, I've got the whole thing back up and focused on my head and onto my nose. And then I'm breathing through my nose. So what I'm doing first of all is I'm breathing out. So I breathe out. And while I'm breathing out, I count 1. And then I breathe in. And then while I'm breathing out, I count 2. And while I'm breathing in. And then while I'm breathing out, I count 3. So I'm counting 1. During the out breath, I'm counting up to 10. And then I'll repeat that. If you want to time it, you can go up to 30 and then switch. If you haven't got a clock or something, or some timer, or you'll be listening to an audio track of some kind. I'm going to record an audio track because I listen to this every morning. I need to record my own version of that video, which I will do tomorrow because I haven't got time to do it today on this recording. But yeah, so what I think about there is I'm breathing out negativity while I'm breathing out. So as I'm breathing out, and I'm thinking, okay, that's negativity, and then breathe out more negativity. I do get through my nose. And once I've done that 10 times or 30 seconds, for example, then I'll do breathing in. So I'll breathe in positivity. So then and then I'm counting 1 while I'm breathing in. Then 4, Okay, and do that for 30 seconds as well. Do 30 count 30. You can do 3 lots of 10 if you like. Because what you'll find is that while you're doing that, your mind will start to wander during the count to 10. So that's why you tend to not get to 10 a lot of the time. You go, oh, I've forgotten to count. Okay, start back at 1 again. Now count up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. See if you can get to 10 basically. Once you've got to 10, and that's kind of why I say you start with 10, because quite often the first time you do it, you won't get to 10 for a few goes. So have a go at that. And then once you get to 10, then you switch to the breathing out. So, sorry, breathing out all the negativity, breathing in the positivity. And once you've done that, so you've done that for 10 or up to 30. So it sounds a little bit vague what I'm doing here, but hopefully it makes a lot of sense. And then you focus on the breath coming out of your nose. So you're thinking about the breath coming out of your nose, and feel it on the top lip. Here you go. And just focus on that feeling of the air going in and out of your nostrils. And you'll notice sometimes that it goes through one nostril, sometimes it goes through another, sometimes it goes through both. Today it's going through both for me. There's no right or wrong thing there, but when you're doing it, it's an opportunity to notice, is it going through one nostril or is it going through the other nostril? And what you're doing there is you're taking your thoughts away from your head, you're focusing on your breathing and just the air going in and out of your nose. Just gone over my 10 minutes, by the way. I'm slightly on this one, but that's okay. I think we'll live on this. While all of that is happening, by the way, your brain will start to wander. You will start to think about, oh, I need to do this, I need to do that, I need to do that. Don't stop. Don't write down any notes. What you'll do, the trick for this is to imagine the thought is coming to your head, and just imagine it's like a balloon or a bubble, and that it's going to wander off. So what you're going to do is say, oh, thank you very much for that thought, brain, for reminding me of that. That's fantastic. Now I'll just let that float away, but if you can remind me about that later, I'm just doing some meditation, you kind of almost sort of have this conversation with yourself inside your head. If you can remind me of that later, that would be great, because your brain will just pop it back into your head later on during the day. It'll go, oh, don't forget that thing you're supposed to do, because that's what's happening. That's what the chatter is inside your head. Oh, you must do this, must do that. Wish I hadn't done this. Should have done that. Should have done that. All this going on inside your head. It's what happens when you go to bed at night. You go to sleep at night. And you're going, all this stuff I should have done today, or this stuff I've got to do tomorrow, and write it down at night. Write down your notes at night. This is why I do my Create Happy process. If you want the Create Happy process, send me a note below. I'll teach you how to rewire your brain at night while you're sleeping for positivity and all that kind of stuff, so I can help you avoid negativity and depression and anxiety. Yes, so that thought comes into your mind, you go, oh, thanks for that, but if you could just remind me later, that'd be great, and then just let it pass, and then go back to your breathing. Oh, funny thought came in. Okay, thanks very much for that. If you could just let me know about that later on, that'd be great. And thank you very much indeed, and back to breathing. Okay, so let's just do that. 30 seconds, 30 seconds, 30 seconds, and that's it. Or count to 30, or up to 10. If you're struggling to do the first bit, just go up to 10. And as soon as you get to 10, switch to the other. So breathing out first, out negativity, in positivity, and then focus on the breath for the third part. And that's it. That's meditation for you. Easy. Any problems? If you want my meditation track, which I'm going to record tomorrow, let me know. It'll talk you through that. It's going to be I'm probably going to do 2, maybe 3. I'll probably do a 5-minute and a 15-minute meditation, because I need a 15-minute meditation for myself. So I'll do a 15-minute one for sure, and I'll probably do a 5-minute one or 3 lots of 30 seconds, that kind of thing, just for those who want the quick one. And I'll probably have to do an introduction one as well, so explaining what I just did there for people as well. Okay, that's it. I can't believe I actually managed to get 15 minutes out of this. It's really annoying because I wanted this to be a quick 10-minute one, but hopefully all the information was there and you learned how to meditate and understand the difference between meditation and mindfulness. Bless you all, guys. Take care. Send love out into the world, and tell me how you got on with your meditation today. Drop me a message below and let me know how you got on. And if you want my tracks, let me know. And if you want my 7-day challenge, let me know. If you want to work with me, let me know. It's all good. Take care. Have a lovely whatever day it is. Wednesday today, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now. Hello, viewer, by the way.